Happy rising, wherever you are in the world, my beautiful brothers and sisters. Today, we're going to switch it up a bit, and we're going to do a collective reading. I'm getting a lot of messages through this morning, so we're just going to chill out. So go pause the video, go and get a drink, a hot drink, a cold drink, whatever you like, coffee, and we're going to hang out. We're just going to hang out this morning together. So let's cleanse and clear the space. So a couple of the first messages before we even began to record was that you are an original. You are very authentic and very unique in what you do, and you may be holding back a little bit from how good you actually are at something, because you don't want to intimidate others, or perhaps there is a gift or a power that you have that is very profound and you kind of hold this back, and Spirit is kind of guiding you now to be bold and share how great you actually are with the world, and do it from a place of sincerity, because what you have to offer the world is original. I also heard slam dunk, which isn't something I normally hear, but the way I seen it was like you were right on the mark about something, like something you have talked about or something that you know is like crystal clear, and when you speak this truth, it's like a slam dunk of truth coming into the physical world. And I also have had it when I was trying to set up the recording, that my eyes keep glazing over. Somebody is trying to stop you from seeing something, but Spirit is wanting me to tell you that you're seeing something like very, very clear, and to trust your vision. They're going fuzzy again. Clear this energy, please. Thank you, Lord. And yeah, you're very gifted in your sight, and there's something that you're seeing, that's something that someone else or multiple people don't want you to see or to talk about, because it could create conflict. But what I'm seeing here is that you are a truth bringer. If you walk with the Holy Spirit, you walk with Christ, you walk with God, you're a truth teller. And you're not going to hold back, because it's part of your mission to speak the honest, integral truth. And if you are chosen, that is also part of your path, and that can make people a little bit anxious and a little bit scared, because they know you see clearly. So for some of you, they're trying to cloud your vision, but you know, so don't be gaslighted, don't be don't be in that space where you are put in doubt because of these other people, okay? Because you know what you're on about. And there's also something about people see your potential, but they won't acknowledge your potential. And this came up in the previous reading, or the previous message, and it was about not seeking acknowledgement from mankind, and seek your praise from God, because that is where the miracle lies, and you will always be provided for and celebrated and supported in the eyes of God, in the eyes of creation, and you deserve to be celebrated. You're going to see very clearly at this time who's with you and who's not, who's moving forward with you in your new stages of journey, okay? Yeah, like with strength in reverse here, you know I don't like to really go into these messages, but I gotta speak the truth. Somebody is trying to knock your confidence and your strength in yourself at this time, okay? They're wanting to put a stop to something because of what you know, and what you know burdens this person, okay? So they're trying to create like this restless or anxiety energy, and it's not going to work, because I'm hearing like you're the high priestess, You're the Empress energy coming out here. You're very intelligent. You're very intuitive, okay? Strength in reverse. They're trying to knock your courage. But what I'm seeing is there's this real sense of serenity and peace that is being guided towards the chosen ones right now. And you're in a space of real calmness, real clarity in your knowingness. So don't allow anybody to shake that, because you are walking in love. And when you walk in love, you walk in truth and authenticity, okay? You are the rainbow that splits through the clouds of illusion, I just heard, in this reality. And it's part of your service, and it's part of your mission, okay? Also seen that a bear could be a message for someone. A bear. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. There is a feminine energy that is trying to create a tower towards something that you're working on. And I'm just going to put it out there, and I'm going to say the truth. Now, we stand in integrity, we stand in love, and we stand in acceptance of all beings and all paths, but this is not acceptable, and I'm going to call it out. It is not acceptable to play with the wills of other people's destiny. It's not acceptable to try and create conflict to cloud people's vision. There will be reoccurrences for that. There is spiritual law for a reason, and this level of warfare will not be tolerated in this realm, because we're anchored into the new reality. We're creating a new world, and if you're on track with all of this, then you will know now is the time to focus. It is the time to focus on your vision. It's the time to anchor, to be in calmness, to be in sovereignty, to be in freedom, to be in sourcing your information at this time, okay? Not focusing on everything that you have learned previously. We're moving forward. We're moving forward into discovery, curiosity, creativity, consistently in the new, and God is going to place new revelations and new insights into your life, okay? You are about to birth something brand new, something very beautiful for the world, and it is coming from the purity of your heart. But this could be creating massive towers as well, I'm also seeing. It can be creating massive shifts and influences in life. But because you are connected. You are connected to everything and everyone, and this is creating like some big waves, okay? And some people are not ready to face that which is being surfaced within them. They are not ready to hear the truth, to face the truth of what is being spoken through spirit right now, and so they are rejecting. And some people want to live in illusion, and unfortunately this is going to bring up a lot of emotion, a lot of resistance, but that resistance is eventually going to crack and catalyze and create transition, okay? Because it always does. It always does. That's just how friction and catalysm works, and it all helps us to be able to grow and evolve. Now, there is no place moving forward for competition, for envy, for any of these lower vibrations that, you know, I know you chosen ones, that you don't resonate with that. You never have. You have always supported and uplifted and wanting to really walk away from anything like that in life, and you have always just seen the best in everyone and celebrate everyone in their uniqueness. And there may be it's like there's a lot rearing up right now because a lot is surfacing, but you're in a very calm space. You're very emotionally intelligent, and you're very stabilized in your energy right now. Okay, I'm seeing like you may be a little bit guarded over your heart, but this is discernment. You have learned discernment over energies, and you're not giving to everything and everyone right now. You're really focusing on your creation. You're really focusing on nurturing the birthing of your either new life or your vision. You could be a visionary here, okay? There is a lot of stability supporting you right now. This is to do with your life path, your life purpose. So you could look into that as well, and it might give you some more clarity. You may be really in your like feminine, like really balanced in your masculine and feminine energy. There's this real sense of calmness and grounded stillness, the pillars of light, and yet the feminine energy is really integrated and it is less chaotic. The feminine energy is more like weaving. It is they're dancing together. It's allowing you to come into a space of being more in the flow state. A lot of I'm here just hearing about potential. A lot of people see your potential, and a lot of people are talking at this time. Okay, they're talking about what you have worked towards, or where you are, or how they see you. How they see you is the 10 of Pentacles. They see you as somebody who's very sovereign, very strong, that who's created the life of their dreams, very successful. And I'm really not vibing with that word, but you have achieved a lot and you continue to achieve a lot. I see this as miraculous energy. They see you as the miracle. They see that you have created beautiful things, but then there's a lot of mind coming in. So be mindful of the mental space and continue to nurture and move towards your inner sanctuary. Okay, I see wishes coming true here, things that you have been wishing for. There is forward movement and action, and this is like to do with your home life. This is to do with your family life, and is going to bring you a sense of stability. You're going to see a lot more nurturing energy come towards you as you are more nurturing and soft with yourself. You are amazing, yeah. And then we have the sun, but sometimes the sun can be very blinding, okay? It can feel very, like, you know, like if you're in the sun for too long and you're like, it's a little bit much and you have to kind of come in the shade and kind of cool down, right? This is how your energy could be presenting to other people. They need a little bit of time to adjust. But what I also am seeing here with the 9 of Pentacles here, this beautiful red grounding energy with the Chariot, okay, there's going to be some justice in the situation. There's going to be some kind of balance coming in. And with this sun energy, I feel like this is this calmness, this is this bliss. You're in a space where you're really happy with yourself. You're really loving on yourself. You're working. This is like, as we said again, like self-made, independent energy. Everything that you have created, you've created for yourself because of the investment and energy. You're a star. As we said, you have a lot more potential than you're maybe even giving yourself credit for. Or you know a lot of things and you kind of hold back because you don't know how people will perceive it. But God and Spirit is coming through right now to say, like, you were born to shine. And you were born to stand out. You were born to go against the curve, and you have a very healing presence about you. You bring a lot of joy and a lot of happiness to people, and you're supposed to share this energy with other people. You're not supposed to hold it back, but there is a balance, okay? There's a balance of sharing your energy and pulling your energy back. But a lot of people are inspired by you, but as we shared in the other message, we don't want to move into a space where you're idolizing your fellow brothers and sisters. That's not what any of this is about. We are moving into a space of unity and diversity and equality and acceptance of the genius of all beings. And we are not going into hierarchy. We're not going into power trips. We're not going into ego. We're not going into I'm better than you're better and competition. And we're letting go of all of these things that no longer serve us and that they don't truly celebrate the gift of presence that exists and that we are all connected to. Yeah, you're shining very bright right now. And I was just getting a lot about this healing presence. You're bringing a lot of healing to people in your life at this time, whether you're aware of this or not. So don't be so deterred by what's going on around you, but keep focusing on what's important to you. With the Tower like being at the underneath of all that, like underneath it could be kind of, there's a lot catalyzing from you moving into this energy. But it's very sacred and it's very pure. And this is the work that God is guiding you to do. Hues H3art, you're a threat to people that manipulate. You're a threat to people that lie. You're a threat to people that live in illusion. You're a threat to people that aren't truthful with themselves, because you're very truthful with yourself. In your presence, everything is illuminated. You're very intelligent. You're very enlightened here. Okay, you have the star here. Okay, you have the star of your heart. You have the star of Christ. You have the love of Jesus in your heart. And what that means is your love is pure. It is divine innocence. It truly wants the best for everyone. But it supports independence and sovereignty. And it will not engage in things that are no longer serving. And then we have love. Because love is the way. Love is the way. And love is truthful, as we shared at the beginning, okay? Love shatters illusions. This is strong feminine energy coming out here. Do you understand how special you are? To be in this world, but not of this world. To look at life through the eyes of love and remain in the integral vision that was placed in your heart. Even throughout your whole life, you've been told otherwise. You remain true to your heart, and that is very rare. You're very rare. You know, as we get older, this normally gets kind of taken away from us, doesn't it? You know, we go through hardships and we go through experiences, and it hardens us sometimes. But what I'm saying here is, like, you cannot be hardened. You cannot be hardened because you know who you are. And you're not going to let people, places, or things pull you out of yourself. Like, you're not playing a character. You're not playing a role. You're not identified to an image. You maybe don't even care for the same things other people do. Like, you don't care for a following. You don't care about how other people see you. You just care about showing up and serving. You just care about being the best person that you can be. You care about your joy. You care about your happiness. And you know that in doing that, you are going to be able to share that with others, because it all starts within, okay? Your freedom is more important than anything. Anything that is holding you down, that is not making you feel good right now, you're letting go, because you know that you are free to soar. And this is supported by God. And that's the truth. Ace of Swords. You're very clear. As we shared before, like, your truth is like lightning bolts. When you speak, it shatters. It penetrates distortion, because it is the truth of the highest light. And the highest light is truly organic. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep speaking your truth. Keep remaining true. Your mind is very balanced at this time, okay? You're about to walk into a lot of joy and a lot of happiness. This is ultimate wish fulfillment. This is harmony. There is an offer coming in for you. There is a profound opportunity. And this is aligned with your purpose. You are so supported. I see this. And the reason you're receiving this is because of your integral authenticity. It's because of your transparency. It's because of your accountability. It's because of your allowance, because of your acceptance, because of your growth, because of your transformation. Oh, that's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. The lion doesn't always have to roar. The lion has presence, right? If you see like the daddy lion, like the big guy in the pride, he knows who he is, and he's holy in his essence, and he takes care of his kingdom, and he protects his kingdom. And like, he can roar, but you see lions, they spend a lot of time relaxing. Lions do, they really like to be in the sun, and they love to just laze around, but they're not lazy. They're not lazy. They're connected to presence. And there is a difference. They understand the power of slowing down. Because in doing so, you cultivate your presence, your awareness. You are deeply in sense of your environment, of everything within you and around you. And when you need to use that strength, when you need to cultivate that power, you can do so easily. You would not be able to do that if you did that every moment of every day. No. A lion can be lying down, and you look at that lion and you know that lion is a fierce lion. It doesn't matter if it's laying down or not. You still wouldn't go and poke it, would you? No, you wouldn't. Because it's gonna spark at you. It's gonna... The lions of the kingdom. Just do not doubt the sleeping lion. Or the quiet lion. Wow. You're incredibly inspired at this time. What you're focusing on, what you're visioning, what you're manifesting is coming to fruition. Yeah. And it's going to bring you a lot of emotional fulfillment. A lot of emotional fulfillment. Isn't that beautiful? Should we leave it there for now? In that beautiful energy, because we would just keep chatting. We'll just keep chatting with you all. Because we love we. We love we. We truly do. We're holding prayers in this moment for we all. And we are choosing faith over fear. There is a lot, wow, there's a lot supporting you in your vision right now. Wow, I just seen like, you were so supported and protected. Like there is just like this plasma of peace, that the angelic realm, that God's counsel is with you right now. They want you to remain in peace, in calmness, but also deeply passionate at the same time. You see, passion doesn't always have to be loud. It doesn't. Passion doesn't have to be like, I am so passionate, all of the time. You are learning the power of temperance, You're learning the power of alchemy. You're learning the power that exists within you, how to operate in the 0-point field. See, true confidence. When you're confident, you don't have to like walk around roaring at everyone all the time. That's actually a space of insecurity, when you need to proclaim how confident you are, how great you are. When you have to talk about yourself all of the time, it's because you're trying to convince yourself of it. You see, someone that is really true in knowing who they are and the magic they bring to the world, it is an internal knowing. You don't need to convince everyone. You don't need to shout it from the rooftops. Why? Because your energy speaks for itself. Your energy speaks for itself. And that is the way of the Empress and the Emperor. And I think I'll leave it there, but I just want to say one thing. Do not be confused with Queen of Swords energy and Empress energy. I just feel like I need to call this out, because there's a lot of this. And there's this like bad bitch energy, like really strong in your boundaries, like really cutting with your tongue, like feisty energy. That's actually Queen of Swords energy. And sometimes that is necessary in the transition within your divine feminine energy to find your voice and to be strong and assertive. But it can also create a lot of conflict in your life, and the divine feminine in her wholeness is deeply nurturing. She's deeply compassionate. She's very strong and sovereign in her beingness. And she doesn't need to roar. She doesn't need to proclaim. She doesn't need to stamp her feet around, because her energy commands. Her energy directs. Her energy supports. And this is honored by her own inner masculine that allows the space for her creation to be. Now, that energy is like a spiral. The feminine has to go through certain initiations to reach that point of awareness, to come into union with the masculine and feminine energy. And you will see this, people when they're balanced in inner union, they're incredibly graceful. They're incredibly integral, because they are whole. And they are not having to it's not this, you can sense it, the irritation in the field. You should be able to talk about things. You should be able to move through processes and be aware of things without being reactive to them. And that's not saying that we won't all ever be reactive, of course. We've gone through experiences. Many of us have gone through trauma and many different experiences. And there'll be times where that emotion rises up and we feel, and we have to feel that. And in doing so, allow yourself to be in that space. Allow yourself to feel what you have to feel, but be mindful not to throw that out to the rest of the world. Don't throw that out to everybody. That's for you to feel, and I know it can be difficult because we want to release it, but there are healthy ways of finding the expression, and in doing so, emotions are very powerful. Feelings are very powerful if you can alchemize them, and those tears, those releases, they nurture your seed, and they put nutrients in the soils that will help you to grow deeper roots and create a firm foundation that wouldn't be there if you avoided it. So when you have intense emotions, it's not about shifting out of it. but it's about integrating and allowing it without shame and judgment of those feelings. And in doing so, we can truly embrace without shame of those parts within ourselves. And that is a real gift to ourselves. That is really loving ourselves. And in doing so, we can allow that transition and journey for other people, but you don't have to carry the weight of other people's emotions. That's not your job. That is, you can be there as a support system, but you should always really direct someone within themselves and give them guidance or tools or a little bit of insight so they can stand strong in themselves, because otherwise we're moving into codependency and we're not allowing codependency anymore. That's not healthy for anyone, okay? And if you're sovereign, your spirit won't allow it. Your spirit will say, like, we're not doing that. We're not allowing that energy in, because that is not in balance. That is not aligned with who we are as sovereign, integral beings, especially in divine feminine sovereignty. We're letting go of that completely. And we support independence, we support creation, we support freedom, and allowing people to have freedom to do what they want is truly the greatest gift of love that we can allow for someone in this lifetime, because it is pure and it is not controlling at all. There's no control in that. To allow people to make their own choices, to honor people's space, to honor people's boundaries is really beautiful. And in doing so, you have to be allowing yourself to communicate your own space and what you need in this moment. And if someone appreciates you as a friend, as a lover, then they will honor that as well. But you can't get frustrated with someone if you're not expressing what it is that you need in that moment, or what it is that you are asking for, okay? So we hope you have a beautiful day. We thank you for all your love and support.